Heyo, it's your old pal Omnidog here with my DC Most Wanted Omnibus poll choices. Yeah, that you can tell I don't do any prep for this because I was struggling for words there. Anyway, this is going out Tuesday morning, June 10th. You have till June 11th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a Wednesday, so tomorrow basically, to get your vote in. There's 10 choices. If you only want to vote for 3, it's still going to count. You don't have to choose all 10, but it helps if you can fill it out, honestly, for 10 choices. So, and it goes 1 through 10. I'm going to go 10 to 1 to build up some suspense. 10 to 1, and I'll try and give a quick reason. So this isn't a 40-minute video. I know, sorry, it's already running past time. Okay, first, let me tell you, I am a DC fanboy. I do read a lot of Marvel, though, and other publishers. So some of these are going to be based on nostalgia for me. Others are going to be based on the fact that they need to get out to the public. I think they're important. But there's also a 10-year gap in my DC knowledge. I do not pretend to know everything about anything. I barely know anything about anything. So from 1975 to 1985, there's a huge Bronze Age gap in my knowledge. What are you going to do? So I don't know anything in that time period. And a shout out to Peter M. and his crew of adorable maniacs who put this over 650 or 650 plus, all these books together on this list. I don't even know what this book is. Lego Bionicle from 2001 to 2008? How did they even know that existed? I mean, 10 plus 10 to those guys for coming up with Lego Bionicle. Peace and love. I apologize if that's your favorite book in the world. I just never heard of it. 2001 to 2008. I mean, I was actively reading comic books then. So anyway, shout out to Peter M. and the crew that put this together. It is a lot of work. You'll notice on this, and don't worry, I'm not dragging this out. I'm going to get to the point in a sec, but you'll notice on this list, it's different from last year. There's no Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, or Sugar and Spike. That's because DC has come up with a new format, DC Finest. And this Superman family, as they call it, contains a lot of Lois Lane and Superboy. This contains a lot of Superboy and his dog, Crypto, even though that looks like, I don't know what it looks like. But the fact that they're putting this out in DC Finest form, I feel like that's where the real sales would be, in a cheaper medium than $100, $125 Omnibus for Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane and Sugar and Spike. I think this is where we'll see those in the near future. I have zero knowledge. I'm just guessing. And that's why I didn't include them this year on my most wanted. Even though they're my most wanted Omnis, I think we're going to get them in DC Finest. So, first, number 10, Catwoman by Will Pfeiffer. I have no idea how this is looking. All I have of this is, I have the singles because I collected them for the Adam Hughes covers. It's just a series of trade paperbacks. It's out of print. I don't want to collect a bunch of trade paperbacks. Just give me an omnibus. Just give me 2 Omnis. I think it's 2 Omnis. He had a pretty long run on it. Just give me that. Just give me an omnibus so I don't have to track down the trades, okay? I want to read this, and I mean, I could open up all my singles, but I'm a collected edition guy. Okay? Catwoman, number 10. Number 9. This is Silver Age, Batman and Superman, Batman and Superman World's Finest Volume 2. It ends right in 1966. And this, while the art is still really good in this, the stories are still stuck right in that Silver Age kind of goofy period. But after that, Neil Adams starts doing a lot of the covers. Neil Adams starts drawing a lot of them, or a good handful of them. And the stories somehow get a little bit more grown up. So I'd really love to see that. That's my number 9 choice. Now it's listed, not listed under World's Finest, listed under Batman and Superman World's Finest Silver Age Volume 3. Number 8, Tom Strong by Alan Moore. This is one of his best books, best series rather. Creative, imaginative, just everything you want in an incredibly intelligent. It's fantastic with incredible sci-fi adventures, and this is Alan Moore at his finest, without any kind of extraneous stuff to get in there. It's just pure comic book, solid fun, with great art by Chris Sprouse. 2 deluxe editions, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 6 or 4 more trades. I think 4 more trades. They're right in front of me. 1, 2, 3, Terra Obscura, Tom Strong, Terrific Tales. It's a mishmash. So it needs to be released in an omnibus format. It would be a great read. I can almost guarantee, I don't do this often, but I can almost guarantee everybody will love this. It's just really imaginative, fun storytelling. So that's Alan Moore at his finest. His DC finest, his world's finest. Number 7. I'm picking Justice Society of America, The Golden Age, and this is under JSA All-Star Comics Golden Age. All that I have is a bunch of archives, but and don't anybody get upset, I don't take the shrink wrap off of books until I read them, so they just stay shrunk. It's okay, don't worry, I'm fine with it. So this would be a good start because they have an incredible treasure of Golden Age comics, the birth of comics really, that they can release. JSA, it would just be a lot of fun. Is it great writing? Is it great art? It's fun. As a 13-year-old reading the backup stories and those 100-page giants for 50 cents or whatever they were, I was enthralled by these. And so that's number 7, but also on the list is Golden Age Dr. Fate. This is interesting stuff from More Fun Comics. There's Spectre, there's Black Canary, there's all kinds of good Golden Age stuff. This is one of my favorite books. As you can see, the shrink wrap's been taken off, so I actually read it. Because this is the JSA All-Stars. As far as I know, there's only 1 volume, but I do know I only have 1 volume. And this has stories on Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, Mr. Terrific, Johnny Thunder, Red Tornado, The Atom. It's got a bunch of solo. Did I say Wildcat? I think I did. And you don't really. Dr. Midnight and Mr. Terrific are 2 of my favorite Golden Age characters. So I would love to see more of these kind of collections. They didn't have, I don't think there was enough material on these kind of characters I mean, even Scribbly's in here. Scribbly and the Red Tornado or whatever. Scribbly, I don't know. It was very comic booky. Spectre, there's enough for a, I think there's enough Golden Age for an omnibus. But these kind of, I would love a JSA All-Stars that would collect all Dr. Midnight, Mr. Terrific, Hour Man, like that. That would be great. So I didn't vote for it because I don't remember really seeing it, and I don't know that there's enough for an omnibus, but it definitely needs to be re-released in some kind of Golden Age format, collecting all the stuff that I just named: Black Canary, Spectre, Dr. Fate, Flash, Green Lantern. That stuff all needs to be collected. And you can stick it all in a 20 Omnis or something, but it needs to be collected. Number 6. I don't remember seeing this last year. It could have been there, but it's important for people to read this because these are great stories. I don't think this is Vertigo Crime. They came in paperback and hardcover, but they're all digest sized. They have great writers, great artists. Now, if you have an aversion to black and white, you're going to need to get over it because they're all in black and white. But these are all really, really good stories. There's 10 or 11 of them, all these digest-sized books. This one has the bonus of featuring occult detective John Constantine. So this is, if you're missing this from your Constantine collection, you need to get it. I don't think these are wildly expensive. They may not be expensive at all, but they're all out of print. And they really deserve to be collected because I don't think enough people know about them. I think the Minister of Comics and I went over all of them for a crime corner, I think. But yeah, people need to know this. Know these books, rather. And just making sure everything can be shown. And there's about half of them were paperback, half of them were hardcover, but they're shrunken down, I guess probably to save money. But let's see them in omnibus format. There's a couple of omnis there, and these are good crime stories. You know I love crime. Anybody out there? You know me? You know? You think you know me? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, crime. That's why I voted for it. 5. Modern Zatana. I don't feel like she gets enough love. Now, she has had recently 2 books coming out. One of them, Bring Down the House, that I haven't read. It was really good, by Mariko Tamaki. There's another one coming out in single issues right now. Paul Dini's the writer on a couple of these. I find them to be extremely well written, and she's criminally underappreciated by DC. I feel like they should be making a Zatana movie or a series for HBO, and they should be really pushing great writers and great artists on these books, like Paul Dini, and they should be pumping them out. As of right now, though, I will take an omnibus of all her modern stuff because she's great. One of my favorite characters, and she doesn't get enough love, I don't think. Number 4, Jonah Hex Classic. I voted for this. Yes, I haven't read it yet, but that's not a problem. It's a standard hardcover. Standard? Or is this deluxe? I guess this is deluxe size. This is the deluxe size, and it contains Weird Western. I'm sorry, All-Star 10 through 11, and then it became Weird Western. He jumped into Weird Western Tales 12 through 14 and 16 through 38. Let's get an omnibus of all the classic Jonah Hex stuff. There's a lot of great writers, a lot of great artists, and it's from when Jonah Hex began, starting with All-Star Western 10. So this needs way more love. We need an omnibus of this, and we need an omnibus of my third choice by Palmiotti and Gray. This is one of, I don't know, I feel like there were 7 or 8 trades of this. They're putting out All-Star Western, the new 52 Jonah Hex, which is great. But let's get going and do the Jonah Hex that's just called Jonah Hex by Palmiotti and Gray. This is great stuff, and that's why I voted for it number 3. I have hope now that they have All-Star Western, New 52. Actually, there's way more than that. Jonah Hex, I'm looking at now, it looks like there's like 12. So the fact, okay, so we may need 2 Omnis for this. Let's go on that. Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti know Jonah Hex, and they know how to write them. The art is great. And they're out of print. The new 52 ones are out of print. All-Star Western. I'm looking at my collection here. And Jonah Hex. I know those are all out of print. So don't make us hassle and have to go find them somewhere. Just put them out in omnibus format. I'm sticking with my number 2 and number 1s from last year. It's not enough that we're getting Kryptonite Nevermore in a DC Finest. Come on, this is the beginning of the Superman Kryptonite Nevermore. Denny O'Neil writing it. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson drawing it. It's the birth of the Bronze Age right here. And great writing, great art, super readable, super interesting. And I'm just going to bring out my number 1 pick, and that's Batman Bronze Age number 1. It'd be Superman Bronze Age number 1 and Batman Bronze Age number 1. Don't make me wait chronologically. I just start Bronze Age Volume 1, DC. Just start with the Bronze Age for both these books. These are really important because you've heard me say it a million times, but you'd get unrestored, unre-inked, unrecolored Neil Adams artwork. The Denny O'Neil stories are amazing, introducing us to Ra's al Ghul. But also the reason I would like it, especially this, in omnibus form, is just the full run. Don't just pick out the Neil Adams issues. Don't just pick out the Ra's al Ghul issues. Just give us the whole run so we can read it continuously. It's this is one of the most important modern characters ever to be created in Ra's al Ghul and his daughter Talia. I would argue 55 years ago is when we were given Ra's al Ghul, and I think he sits right there with Darkseid as probably the 2 most important modern criminals to be introduced. And all I have is this dinky little trade paperback. What? Come on, man. Let's go. And I would prefer it to be continuous stories for both these. Now, this is a good chunk of continuous stories, but we need it 71. Okay, sorry, 71. I think both of these are 1971. But this is the beginning of the Bronze Age, or right at the cusp of the beginning, and this gives us, stories continuously. There's no breakups or anything, but let's get this in larger format. Let's get this in absolute size. I would love absolute, but let's get this in omnibus size and get things going. So there we go. You have one 8.5 days to get going on the DC Most Wanted poll. The address is in my description box down below. Click it and get voting. Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for watching. Go vote.